Stay tuned. Band in Seattle starts right now. Hi, welcome to Band in Seattle. I'm Xander, your host. Band in Seattle features up-and-coming bands from all over hoping for their break on the national stage. Tonight we have the great band Funky to Death in our studio, ready to share their music and their stories. We'll be right back to hear the amazing funk and soul from Funky to Death.
This is the sound of funksploitation.
I moved here in April of '96 from Buffalo, New York. When I got here, there was a lot of jamming amongst bands, but no one really had like structured R&B sounds. It was like, oh, we're a funk jam band. There was like 10 to 20 of those. I was in a funk rock band and then had the fortune to link up with Jabril. And Jabril's into the same kind of music that we are. Motown, Stax, Jimi Hendrix. We're all into the same kinds of music. So Jabril, Mark, and myself, we linked up. We went for more of an old soul and funk sound, and that's what you came up with.
I heard Jimi Hendrix for the first time when I heard Purple Haze, and it scared me to death because it was just, I had never heard nothing like that before. I was like, wow, this is some crazy sounds, and I thought it was current. And then I was very highly disappointed when I found out it was back in 1970 and it wasn't current right now, and I was like, wow, I never heard nothing like that. So that's what I was really into, like those sounds.
Before we knew it, we were playing together. This was like 93 or so. And so Woogie and I have been kind of rhythmic life partners since then. It's almost like any love relationship, you know? When you click with someone, it just, there's no way around it.
Give 'em some.
What's going on, world? My name is Rock, aka Cousin Nasty, and I'm the keyboard player of Funky to Death. I came to Seattle in my mid-teens, probably around like 15 or 16. I came up here to kind of get away from all the things that went on in California, and I learned to just sit up and master my craft. Throughout that journey, that's when I met Woogie, and Woogie introduced me to Mark. I've known them guys for like 10, 15 years almost. When they started this side project called Funky to Death, they invited me down to jam with them a couple of nights. Next thing you know, I just became the second leg of the group. You know, it's like Voltron, you know, everybody's a piece of the body. So I just have to figure out what my body part is and we're all right, you know what I mean?
Looking at you, my thoughts are running wild. I've never seen a man look quite so fine. I think you want me, then I'm not so sure. You're playing hard to get, just makes me want you more. So come on. So come on.
Oh man, come on. Come on is such, to me, when I first heard the song, it reminded me of the vintage, like female vocalists like from the 60s and 70s.
Come On is a foot stomper, kind of a nod to the Motown days. Just a relentless stomp and snare, like
Come on. Come on now, boy.
Come on,
Stop playing games now.
come on,
Hey,
come on.
boy, you got me going mad. My body's aching, and it hurts so bad. Oh, don't you know that I can love you all night long.
My name's Melissa. I sing, play keys and organ for Funky to Death, and I am also a clinical dietitian at the University of Washington Medical Center. Well, I moved to Seattle in 2005 to go to Bastyr to get my master's in nutrition. and I was looking for a bartending job, so I got a job at the Sea Monster with Andrew Nunez. He's the owner. Him and I used to sing behind the bar. We'd sing like all these 80s R&B songs and stuff together. And so when he started Haikuchi, I said, hey, if you need a backup singer, I'll be your backup singer. The keyboardist left, and I was like, well, why don't I just step in and try and play keys? So kind of went there, and then Funky to Death started as a Friday night off of a group of people from that group. And at one point I came in, started singing, so it was the 5 of us, and then we had the horns come in, and that's how it happened.
Ben in Seattle will be right back with more of Funky to Death.
This one's called Tendonitis. Give it up for Mr. Mark Matry on the bass, y'all.
I had a boyhood friend who lived just up the street who had a drum set, Steven Dresch. I still remember being in awe, going down to his basement, seeing the drum set, seeing him play it. I was like, oh, I want to do that. So drums was my first love. You know, I didn't want to know anything about the guitar, but he played drums, and so I had to do something else. So Gene Simmons was it for me, so I was, I'm gonna play bass. And I talked my dad into buying me a $50 brand name's guitar. I took it apart, broke strings off of it, painted it like Eddie Van Halen's guitar, you know. It wasn't even about the mechanics of playing it. I wanted it to look cool. That turned into me teaching myself how to bang out melodies on one string. And then after a while, I discovered girls. And so it sat in the corner and collected dust. And then when I was about 17, I finally weaseled up enough money to go out and buy a real bass. And I don't know what happened, but it became my escape. It became my solace. I just, all the time, rewind, play the song, figure out what he's doing, rewind, play the song, you know, is that kind of, I'm just bound and determined to do this.
It all started from my dad. My dad is a bass player from a group called Lakeside. They had a lot of hits in the late 70s, early 80s. Hanging around with my dad at an early age, I was exposed to music and musicians. So I kind of picked up on that at an early age, probably around the age of 5 or 6 maybe. Started playing drums first, got into keys and other instruments. So I mean, music was just in my DNA. I mean, you know, there was no way around that, especially being around my dad a lot as a kid. It just, I soaked it up, and it made me the person I am today.
Well, I see you, and I see you too. Tell you what we're gonna do the boogaloo. Put on your best dress and your Jewett shoes. Head down to the club for Cousin Nat's room. Sipping on Moses, listening to JB. You just can't help but feel straight down to me.
So I started playing music probably when I was, I think, about 8 or 9. I played violin and also piano growing up, and especially the piano, that was something that I started playing when my father passed away when I was 9, and so that was sort of my therapy. I would just sit at the piano and play for, 4 or 5 hours a day. And then I put that aside for a few years. I played sports and, did other things that kind of made you decide in school to do one or the other. But I picked up the keys again when I was about 20 and picked up the violin later in my 20s. Now I play the organ, which is like playing piano and driving a train at the same time. I love it.
Jimmy James!
Before, I was messing around with the drums for a minute, but it was just something about, running a hand over a guitar and guitar strings. I was like, wow, I like the sound, I always did. I listen and I just try to figure that out, but at the same time I would go out and watch, other guitar players play. And I was like, what's that? I go up to them, I'm like, what's that you playing? There, I like the sound of that. I used to just watch a lot of cats do their thing, and I just picked up on that.
Jimmy James on guitar, yo!
toddler, and my babysitter used to have to play James Brown to keep me calm. So that started it, and then I got into Sly and the Family Stone, and I was about 7 or 8, got into Jimi Hendrix, and used to piss my mom off, because I had a stereo, and I played Jimi Hendrix real loud when I cleaned my room. I got involved with drums because I tried every other instrument, and I was terrible at it. But I took apart my alarm clock one day, had a couple puzzle boxes, and that was it. So the rest is history. By the time I was 15, I was playing in college bars in upstate New York and pissing my mom off even more, because a 15-year-old getting home at 5 in the morning, she couldn't understand it. You know, why you getting home at 5 in the morning? Because, you know, the bar closes at 4, take its time to tear down and get home. Well, you grounded for a month. Like, yeah, but I got a show next week.
Band in Seattle will be right back with more funk and soul from Funky to Death. Stay tuned.
You're gonna mess around, make me get fimp up in here.
Why would you say that?
Funky in my pants.
Funky in your pants.
Need to dance.
Funky in your pants and I
Need to dance. Funky in the pants and I need to say it, y'all. Funky in my pants and I need to dance. Funky in my pants and I need to dance. 1, 2, get down. Good God. Look what you made me do. Good Lord. I got funky in my pants for you.
Let the guys talk about Fimp, all right? Fimp is their thing.
I love Funky in My Pants because that was one of the first songs that was a collective, spontaneous creation. Nobody said, oh, I have the song idea.
You ain't on the floor. Dance floor that is. I tell you, don't stop, get it, give me some more. Give it here. Said you shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Oh, shake it, baby. I can tell from the front that you're keeping it tight. But I can tell from the back that it might be loose. That's what I gotta do. Instead, I gotta keep up with the funky caboose. Booty, 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 booty. Take it home and do it.
So we kind of struggled for a while without Woogie, literally. We tried umpteen different drummers, looked all over Seattle, just couldn't find what he brings. He's very, you know, he's a general behind the drum set. He's running the show from behind the kit.
Well, I mean, Woog is like the father. He's like the walking encyclopedia of knowledge of music. And so I think we all look to him we all look up to him like that.
My grandma bought me a drum set when I was in high school. And so that lasted me till I got out of high school. And then my dad took me over the bridge to Grand Island, New York, and I got an even better drum set. And now my son has that drum set. And now I got way too many. I got more drum sets than I know what to do with it. I'm trying to get rid of one of them right now.
Sunshine. What an appropriate song for Seattle weather.
I like to call it, that's the epitome of a love song, I think. You know, you get so much rain in life and in Seattle. At the end of all that, you get a little sunshine.
There have been times when I felt so low. I wasn't even sure what I was living for. These days, looking with new eyes all around. No way the dark times gonna get me down. 'Cause everything is feeling good and everything is fine. I got a new understanding and a new state of mind. And though sometimes may seem harder, and the nights seem much longer, you ask, don't know why. Just hold on, 'cause in the end it's gonna get better.
You know, you got to balance the yin and the yang. You know, the bad times and the good times in life, relationships, and, you know, just everything in general. You know, at the end of the day, everybody's looking for their sunshine. You know, when you hear it, it just makes you think about stuff like that.
Lost my footing,
makes it easier that I'm not married and I don't have kids. Yeah, I mean that would be, I don't know how, something would have to give, you know. I mean, I think a lot would have to give, but I'd still want to play music.
Sometimes may seem harder, and the night seems so long.
Band in Seattle will be right back with more of Funky to Death.
Cousin Nasty's theme, here's a song that just totally highlights Rock's crazy skills on the keys. I don't know, sometimes that song goes on for like 20, 30 minutes. We don't care, we're like, it's always good, we're like, just keep it going.
To me, I think Rock is the more subtle person. He's the musician, he's the guy behind the keys, not really saying nothing. But when I grab that mic and come out in front, that's when Cousin Nasty comes out.
He's Cousin Nasty, I'm Dirty Uncle, but Cousin Nasty's theme is to spotlight our keyboard player, Rock. Amazing talent.
Cousin Nasty time.
Had 9 to 5s off and on, but the balance is sometimes things get slow, sometimes get fast. I mean, being a musician and trying to survive in the real world is definitely a task. But at the end of the day, when you have your music, it makes the day job go by a lot quicker.
You know, I play possum because I'm not even there, you know. It's just, I kind of just do it just to get away, you know, get by, and I'm not even there, you know, until the music comes, you know. And so it's just, you know, I'm just throwing boxes, you know, no big thing.
Well, my mom and I used to always get in fights because I was about 15, 16 playing in college bars till 4 and 5 in the morning. So around when I was 17, she finally came out to see me play. And at the end of the night, she said, "Nice job. Don't forget to keep a day job." That's the one thing I probably listened to her about. You know, I'll park a car here, shove a bag there, and I still do what I love to do.
The Seattle music scene to me is like an untapped treasure. There's so much going on here, so much talent, and it never gets to be exposed the way that everybody else is being exposed. I think we're like the last market on the earth that people are looking at as far as, what, Seattle music? What? It really, you know, there's a lot of talented people, a lot of talented bands, singers, musicians, DJs, rappers, dancers, whatever, all across the board. It's all here. It just takes that person to either come here and find it and look at it, or somebody to expose it to the rest of the world. So I just hope that I fit somewhere in that circle when that time comes, and we can all make Seattle what it should have been a long time ago.
Bang! Bang! Still where we live.
Funky 45th Street.
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 1, 2, 3, 4.
Funky 45th Street, another one of my favorites. It's one that I could see being popular 40 years ago, you know, and I could see it being popular today. And it sticks with you, you know. I have people come up to me all the time, "Oh man, Funky 45th Street, that's the one."
seems like they all gave up after grunge. After Kurt Cobain died and everybody just stopped giving a damn about Seattle. But there's a lot still going on here. Hip hop, R&B, rock, country even. Just take the time and look back in.
Thanks for watching Band in Seattle. To see all the concerts held in our studio, go to our webpage, bandinseattle.com. Next week, we return with Crooked Veils and The Bend for more great music and great stories on Band in Seattle.